it's time for this.
The world of woke.
Things haven't been going all that well in Wales of late. We've already heard tonight that the Welsh Government, under its new leader, Vaughan Gething, is making plans to do a U-turn on their ridiculous national speed limit of 20 miles per hour. Their lockdown rules were so ridiculous under their last leader, Kim Jong-Drakeford, that aisles in supermarkets were taped off if they were deemed to be non-essential. And they still have the worst NHS waiting lists and outcomes in the entire United Kingdom. But if you thought that was all bad, just wait until you hear the latest insanity to come out of the Principality. New official guidelines from the Labour administration are to instruct public bodies on how to ensure that statues, plaques and paintings project the right historic narrative. In other words, art in public places must be decolonised so that we can all celebrate the achievements of our diverse society. Heaven help us. Local authorities now have to go around their public buildings and perhaps even their streets to make sure there isn't anything out there that might cause insult or hurt to anyone because it might have too much of a white or Western focus. Labour wants to show that they care about present values, and they've warned that any art that remains highly contentious might be removed or otherwise concealed from public view. Chairman Mao would be proud. After all, the Cultural Revolution can't happen unless you can rewrite the odd bit of history, can it? Believe it or not, this isn't a belated April Fool, but the idea of doing it started a few years ago at the height of the Black Lives Matter protests in 2020. The guidelines have been signed off by Dawn Bowden, the Deputy Minister for Arts. She claims they are part of a strategy to ensure Wales is, I'm not joking, an anti-racist nation by 2030. A bit like net zero, except even more ridiculous. Miss Bowden came into politics via a women-only shortlist. Of course she did. Previously, she's worked for Bristol City Council and as a union rep for the NHS. Where on earth do these people think they get permission from the great British public who pay their wages that this is what we want them to do? There's already controversy about the instructions to councils that they must promote a decolonised account of the past, one that recognises both historical injustices and the positive impact of ethnic minority communities. Let's change history together, shall we? The Welsh Government has already created a dossier of statues of historic figures who have committed crimes against black people. They include the Duke of Wellington, Admiral Lord Nelson, Waterloo hero Thomas Picton and explorer Henry Morton Stanley. It's obviously what's going on here. It's got shades of the Colston statue fiasco written all over it. Andrew Davis, the leader of Conservatives, isn't having it. He said, Labour's new guidance for statues and public commemorations is an affront to our history and puts extreme ideology before the facts. It's wrong-headed and divisive. Well, quite. But that is the world of woke.
The world of woke.